The end of the year is nearly here, and some upcoming films prepare to do their best to lure us all away from the beach. Here's a taste of what you can expect to see in cinemas with all that holiday time on your hands. And yeah, there's also plenty for the kids, but we'll cover that stuff in another video soon. The last big release before Christmas, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, concludes a trilogy of trilogies. After the Star Wars franchise was reinvigorated by The Force Awakens and then challenged by The Last Jedi, J.J. Abrams returns here to wrap up the Skywalker saga.
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
When we got our first look at Cats earlier this year, their reaction may not have been what the filmmakers wanted.
Spotlight, and a drum roll, please. Milk!
But there's no denying the ability of this all-time classic musical to put butts on seats from Boxing Day, even if said butts have tails in odd places.
I love it.
After dusting off Jumanji with 2017's Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, get set to do it all over again in The Next Level.
My joints feel like butter.
Oh, no. I feel loose myself.
Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black and Karen Gillan return, joined by Awkwafina, Danny Glover and Danny DeVito, for more video game body swap hijinks.
I want you to play a game with me, Ray.
Guy Ritchie's latest is a return to familiar terrain, a crime comedy packed with familiar faces, including Hugh Grant, Colin Farrell, Charlie Hunnam, and Downton Abbey's Michelle Dockery. Matthew McConaughey plays Oshok, a marijuana tycoon, trying to cash out of the biz. Needless to say, this does not go according to plan.
I'm working on a novel. It is a story of my life.
Greta Gerwig follows up Lady Bird, her debut as a director, with this adaptation of the classic novel Little Women.
I intend to make my own way in the world.
No one makes their own way, least of all a woman.
With a 98% score on Rotten Tomatoes, it seems Gerwig's move away from a contemporary setting hasn't dented her ability to nail a coming-of-age tale.
Beauty.
Sam Mendes flirted with the potential of the long one-shot take in 007 pick Spectre. With 1917, the director extends that approach to the entire duration of a First World War mission. Shot by legendary cinematographer Roger Deakins, this tale of two young men trying to save thousands looks nerve-wracking.
If you fail, it will be a massacre.
"17 years after Bad Boys 2, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence turn the over-the-top action series into a trilogy. There's no Michael Bay directing this tale of old friends reuniting when an Albanian mercenary vows revenge, but the familiar formula appears undiminished.
Oh, this is my wife's car. She knows. She always knows.
Broadcast television is the most competitive industry on earth.
Margot Robbie joins Oscar winners Charlize Theron and Nicole Kidman for this media room drama based on the real scandal that took down the head of Fox News.
What is she doing?
The makeup artists work overtime, not least of all when transforming John Lithgow into creepy Fox boss Roger Ailes.
Ready to go to war?
Oh yeah.
Kristen Stewart turns her hand to underwater action that looks more than a little in the vein of Alien. A crew of researchers fight for survival after their underwater lab is destroyed by an earthquake. And since you're watching this trailer, you can probably see something else is going on too. Having more than proved their comedy chops in films like Girls Trip and Bad Neighbours, it's a no-brainer to pair Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne in Like a Boss.
You don't have to worry your pretty little head.
My head is not little. It's just that my breasts are humongous.
The duo put their business relationship and friendship on the line after encountering the unscrupulous and also awesome Salma Hayek.
Crazy, she will jump.
Oh, I'm so glad
I be planking.
It upset Dr. Sleep by topping the US box office in October, and now war drama Midway hits Aotearoa. Independence Day director Roland Emmerich directs in trademark OTT fashion as he brings to life one of the most significant battles of World War II.
Hello, it's Peter Spencer.
Producer Sam Raimi has revived the classic Grudge horror series for another American outing. Mandy's Andrea Riseborough and John Cho star in this latest instalment of The Grudge.
What's wrong? We need to leave.
Set to put you off croaking noises, creepy houses, and maybe even washing your hair for good. There you go, that's some of the highlights coming up in cinemas over the next few weeks. Find times and tickets at flix.co.nz.